clarity and floor it. A little bit of a hesitation for that 9-speed. Plenty of torque though to get you up to highway speeds. Coppers. What's going on over here? Hey guys, it's Dave from POV Drives. Today we're taking a look at a 2019 Jeep Cherokee Limited 4x4. Guys, the Jeep Cherokee is dead. After 50 years of production, the Jeep Cherokee is no more. 2023 will be the last model year. So I figured let's take a look at this Cherokee. It's one of the first Jeeps I've ever driven. My family had a Cherokee and then a Grand Cherokee. Way in my young lad days. I want to take this on a drive, this Cherokee, and talk about the driving characteristics, sort of where Jeep as a brand stands in my opinion, and kind of the impressions on this car. We'll be doing a little bit of a road trip on it, but so far driving dynamics have been good. Anyways, this is a 270 horsepower, 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It's the Hurricane engine, I believe, so it's pretty common in modern Stellantis, FCA, Jeep, Dodge products. This limited trim includes lots of upgrades that I think make this a pretty good value. I think it starts around $34,000. We get Napa leather seats, which are extremely comfortable. The larger 8.2-inch touchscreen in the center, pretty responsive. And this digital gauge cluster, heated seats, heated steering wheel, some safety systems including blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, as well as rear parking sensors and a reverse camera. So let's take a walk around, check out this Jeep on the outside, see what this compact SUV is all about. Painted this nice classic Jeep maroon. This is the baby Grand Cherokee. There's no relation between the platform, but there's definitely a lot of similarities in styling. Very rugged, very boxy looking, classic Jeep grille in the up front. A lot of plastic black pieces all around the wheel wells and the undercarriage to show that this is a rugged vehicle that you can actually take off-road. This isn't the off-road focused trim, that would be the Trailhawk, but we're on 225 60 R18 standard alloy 18-inch wheels. They're unoffensive. They're nothing crazy, no overstyling there. Very recognizable 4x4 badging and rear LED red taillights. 2 exhaust ports out the rear for that 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, rear parking sensors. Jeep on the rear. Decently slow tailgate. This isn't class-leading rear cargo space or interior space, but we do have enough room for a full-size spare, as well as the repair kit for that spare. We have some extra storage down here below the main loading floor. Pretty decent amount of distance between the cargo floor and where my legs are. You get some grocery hooks, speaker in the rear, as well as some tie-down points for all of your off-road gear that you don't want sliding around. You can tie it down back here. Seats do fold down from here, but we have some stuff in the rear. Overall, it's a good package. Jeep, Dodge keep their tailgate close buttons there instead of on the bottom of the tailgate. Very unoffensive styling. I like the proportions. I like the rugged nature. I'm just a big fan of Jeep because they're unapologetically Jeep. They are an off-road brand with some luxury premium that they've been trying to push all these years. whether or not they actually deliver on that and the controversy around Jeep as a brand, they have a strong following, and I am a fan of them. First, we'll check out behind myself. Materials, I don't think are too bad. You get some Napa leather on some touch points and some softer plastic. That a little bit scratchy. Getting behind myself at 5'10". Do have to duck under the roof line a little bit, but once you're back in here, after you ingress into this vehicle, lots of legroom, big footwell space to really get your feet underneath there. Lots of headroom, no problem there. Same Napa leather treatment back here. Cup holders. And you get some vents and two USB-Cs, it looks like, or sorry, two USBs. And a standard wall outlet, which is pretty nice. Some door pocket storage, plenty of legroom as mentioned. It's an old school, if not dated, interior compared to some of the modern competitors. The Cherokee was never really refreshed before it was killed off in 2023. So this is kind of the design language for the past couple of years. But it's functional, all physical controls. Everything is very approachable, very easy, and there's something to be said about that. Do get a sunroof option available as well, but we don't have one here. Do have some lights and your grab handles. This car is 82, almost 83,000 miles, and it's been taken care of very nicely. We also get roof rails. Very nice. But it does give us 21 mpg in the city, 27 on the highway. This car has been averaging about 28 to 30 over its lifetime. On the highway, you'll definitely see closer to mid 30 mpg. 9-speed automatic transmission. It's actually made from ZF, and it's okay. There's too many gears to go through, but it's decently smooth. It takes a little bit to kick down, but Jeeps are meant to be a little bit more comfortable than they are sporty. But the engine is pretty torquey, a little bit grainy, unrefined, but overall, it's not the worst engine out there. There is a 3.2 liter V6 available, which is not equipped on this model, but would be the standard. Here is the Jeep key. We got remote start as well as trunk open from here. Pretty standard corporate Dodge Jeep key. As I mentioned, this interior is definitely a little bit outdated. It's last generation Dodge Jeep FCA, but it's very functional, all physical controls for your climate, except for your heated seats, which is just simply right here on the screen, and it's pretty snappy, the screen. I haven't had any issues. It is a 2019 car with a lot of miles, and it's still working pretty well. You get wired CarPlay as well, which is also pretty quick to connect. Always a big fan of wired integrations. And we also get this digital gauge cluster, and distances 8.2-inch touchscreen with a lot of information, including your stop start, the audio. It's a little bit laggy, a little bit slow, but I've been leaving on speedometer, no problem. Now the Jeep steering wheel, it's leather wrapped, it's heated, it's very nice in hand. The steering is not my favorite. It's a little bit over boosted and artificial, but you do have your cruise control and the buttons on the right, and your infotainment, as well as the buttons to control that center screen. And you also get on the back like these click up and down buttons, volume on the right and track forward and back on the left. I like that Jeep, even though they don't give you paddle shifters, allow you to control that over there. Other than that, pretty straightforward interior. You got two cup holders, a deep center console storage with two ways to open. You can put some spare change and stuff in there. Material choice, there's a lot of soft plastic that can be pretty scratchy, but it doesn't feel too bad in the hand. Leather on the armrest, leather seats are very nice. Same of that similar soft, scratchy plastic. In the center console, you have a drive mode select button, which is a pretty delayed operation, you know, going between sand, mud, snow, and sport. Just leave it in auto. A nice big chunky shifter, brings up your reverse camera, Low resolution, low contrast, but refresh rate is pretty good. And you do have a manual shift mode to go through those 9 gears. Other than that, I think it's time to get this on the road and see how it drives. So setting off from the Jeep Cherokee, 270 horsepower turbocharged 4-cylinder, is very torquey. I don't think the 9-speed automatic transmission is the best transmission to pair with this engine. I think it's a little bit jerky off the line, but once you get going, shifts are slow but imperceptible, and the car is pretty smooth from there out. And there's torque pretty much available for most of the daily driving situations, so you're not going to be wanting for more power. More towing capability, there is the 3.2 liter V6. The base engine, which is not available on the 4x4 all-wheel drive system, is a naturally aspirated 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine. I don't think that would be enough to make this car manageable to drive. So while we're stopped here, good visibility, lots of glass. These A-pillars are a little bit thick, but plenty of visibility in my blind spots. Yeah, these shifts are pretty nice, even under throttle and stuff. I do think the 9-speed does shine there. The engine, however, is a little grainy, it's a little unrefined. And it's not the best experience that I would prefer. I'd prefer the V6. Fuel economy is decently good though. You're definitely going to get better numbers in this 4-cylinder. Stop start, pretty smooth, not too jerky. Turn that off because I don't like those systems in general. Steering, handling. This chassis is a comfort tuned chassis. It's very comfortable. It does get upset over those larger bumps, as would any car, but it's very smooth. The seats are excellent. This would be a great road trip car, absolutely. But the handling is less than enthusiastic. The steering is, it's like fake weight. It's over boosted. It's nice at parking lot speeds, but making minor corrections, it's a little bit twitchy. So it's not my favorite. And with any front-wheel drive based all-wheel drive system, there's going to be lots of understeer and a little bit of roly-poly because this is a compact SUV. Throw into sport mode to get on the highway. That wasn't a fair because I wasn't even in sport, but let's go down to 35, 30, and floor it. A little bit of a hesitation for that 9-speed. Plenty of torque though to get you up to highway speeds. Still available grunt for a nice highway pass. Do hear faint turbo whistle sucking in the air through the intake. But once you get on the highway, things settle down. There is a decent amount of wind noise, but no road noise, no whistling, no panel gaps making any noises. I think it's pretty quiet though. It's not too bad. The engine is very quiet at highway speeds, even giving it a little bit of throttle. You're not going to hear it over the wind. It is a pretty windy day too. So let's talk about the competitors, because as I said, I'm a Jeep fan because I like that they're unapologetically Jeep. You do have this since 1941 badge down here. There's a little Willys Wrangler from that same year over in the window. There's a lot of Easter eggs. Jeep as a brand has struggled, going through like 6 different ownership cycles. Now they're owned by Stellantis. But there's a lot of pride in the Jeep brand. It's, you know, an original American brand, and the cars are cool. I was talking to Nicole about it. The cars are just cool. They are what they are. You know, any Jeep can go off-road. And that kind of brings you to the competitors. You know, Japanese competitors, Toyota, Honda, all of them and stuff. Coppers. What's going on over here? So, you know, Honda is going to probably be more... The Honda, I've never driven the CR-V, but it's going to have more interior space. It's going to have better handling, probably a better refined 2-liter turbocharged engine, or 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, and a little bit better handling characteristic, but you're not really looking for that in these compact SUVs. This doesn't have the best amount of interior space and cargo, but I think it's perfectly fine. Really, I think Jeep has the advantage across the lineup of being comfortable cars, very usable tech. I do like this tech better than some of the Honda stuff. It's definitely getting long in the tooth. The generations that would compete with this Cherokee. I just think everything in here is a little bit user-friendly, and it's a pretty comfortable car. It's a real shame to see the Cherokee go the way of the dinosaurs, though, because it essentially was the, I guess, poor man's or value option to the Grand Cherokee. You get a smaller car, but you still get a capable 4x4 system. It's not going to be as refined in terms of the driving dynamics as the Grand Cherokee, but you get a lot of the similar tech, similar amenities, Napa leather, large touchscreens, premium sound system, ventilated heated seats, heating steering wheel, all the same driver assistance technologies, probably at about like $10,000 left, or less than that Grand Cherokee. Hence, you know, Cherokee versus Grand Cherokee. But I think just sales of the Cherokee have not kept up with the Grand Cherokee. I think people are willing to swing for the Grand Cherokee for a little more space, a little more refinement. There's a much better array of engines available, 3.6 liter V6 and the 5.7 liter Hemi, as well as, well, there used to be, you know, V8s, including the 6.2 liter and 6.4 liters from SRT. You know, I think you would pick a Grand Cherokee. I would recommend the V6 and, you know, go for like a 2020 or like a 2021, get the V6, probably find a good deal for around 20 to 25 grand. Get Napa leather, good technology, adaptive cruise control, lots of safety systems, and a pretty 4-wheel drive capable car. Say what you want about Jeep, Dodge, all of them, but there are plenty of people out there that love their FCA Stellantis products, and they've had good experiences with them, good reliability. I think it's just, you get a lot more bad eggs, bad quality, control issues, and dealership experiences that people get turned off to Jeep and FCA much more easily. I wouldn't know about the dealership experience, but I just think, like any brand, it's take it with a grain of salt. Because there's, you know, everyone's going to go on the internet and complain, but there are plenty of people that have loved and will continue to love their Jeeps. So with that being said, hope everyone enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts on this Jeep Cherokee, and let me know what you think about Jeep as a brand overall in the comments of this video. And thank you for watching.